recording on, so we'll get started. Um, so, as everyone knows, this is Meredith Scott Lynn. She's our presenter today, and this is the Beyond School Hours Conference extended edition. Since we were virtual this year, we are having a follow-up webinar every Wednesday to just make the virtual experience last a little bit longer. So join us every Wednesday at this time. I've put some information in the chat box. I'll post it again for people who just joined us about next week's webinar and how to find out more about some of our other webinars and upcoming events. So without any further ado, let me turn it over to Meredith.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy you're here. We have been doing free webinars and providing free resources since a couple of weeks after, maybe a few weeks after lockdown. Beyond Foundations has been a big partner, has let us be a partner to them in that way. We've done a bunch of these. So grateful you're here. I know this is a weird time of day for some people. The fact that you are going to hang out with us for an hour, beautiful. And I promise you, and there are quite a few people here who have been to many of our webinars, NEO and Hope, just know that you will leave, and when we're done, you will get an email from Valerie. Paula, you'll give Valerie the emails, right? Valerie's going to send you an email with what I share with you today. So immediately in distance learning, immediately on a screen in the classroom, immediately by screen grabbing stuff and emailing it to kids for homework, immediately in every way possible, you can use the stuff that we're gonna share with you today. Yes? Amen, yes, sisters and brothers. Michelle, Jane, Jasmine, Kim, Joanna coming back, anyone who's willing. Sean Franco, you better show your face. I know you. Hi, Kim, you're in the car? Oh my good Lord. Anyone who can show their camera, we're grateful because we're gonna talk about S+E+L today. Okay, so how many of you go to the Beyond After Schools conference? Usually when it's happening, anybody? Have any of us met? Do this if you know me, if we've met or you've been to a session of mine. No, Joanna, Carly. It's the first day of the rest of your life, girl. Okay, here's what you should know. I'm the founder and CEO of a company called Right Brain World, Right Brain Books. And basically, we are a company that has English language arts and English language development and S+E+L programs, all disguised in various packages that make kids feel like they're doing fun stuff only and nothing academic whatsoever and nothing social emotional whatsoever, right? But they do it all. It's all designed to accelerate their learning, accelerate their mastery of skills that are vital, because what Right Brain is, and we're gonna do a little bit of it today, most of what we're about is inspiring writing, jacking their imagination and their capacity to write. Writing scores are lower than math scores nationwide. We all know it. They need to write. It doesn't matter if they're doing STEM all year. Doesn't matter what they're doing. They got to know how to write. They got to know how to type, and they have to know how to handwrite, and they have to know how to slow process enough to write by hand. Are you feeling me? None of your kids, if they can't write by hand, none of them could have your jobs one day. Are we in agreement? So what we do, the core of Right Brain, is based on the research that when you give anyone, we have pre-K through adult ed, images instead of blank paper as writing prompts, imagination goes through the roof, fear goes out the window, right? But instead of giving them, a picture from a National Geographic magazine where everything, there's a right or wrong, we know what we're looking at. Instead, Right Brain uses only ever when the pictures, when the inspiration or the prompts are visual, it's always children's book images, no matter how old you are. You're 7, you're becoming an author of children's stories. You're 27, you're an author of children's stories. You're 17. And the core of our Right Brain world are illustrated children's books, that have no words. They have lines on the pages, right? And then through a variety of robust standards aligned narrative and creative writing programs, curricula for the school day, programs for after school, the kids become published authors of children's books, all ages, and they are published. So after they've written that book, they go on to the digital book builder of our website. They get published. Look at this. This is a hardcover book. Every word on every page was written by this boy, whose photo and bio is in the back of the book. Are you feeling me? Pre-K to high school. The curriculum guides are different, but the products are the same. Okay, image prompts. Today, and SEL is embedded in everything we do, for everything that a kid is touching. So for example, they randomly pick one of their story cards. Let's say, am I on speaker view for you so you can see me large? Yes. So here's a picture, one of the story cards. That's a resource of ours. If I ask a student to tell me what each character is thinking and feeling right now, hi, Rachel, that's SEL, right? So they're developing the thought and feeling processes of characters every time they do a right brain activity or lesson plan or experience where there's an image. And so let's say I say, pick a character. Tell me how that character is feeling right now, right? I have up to 80 different images. And on this, here's an image with 11 different characters. So you can see what happens is they have repeat impressions of the same necessary skill sets, but because the images are always different, nothing feels repetitive and boring. And because in order for your brain to form new synapses, the brain forms a new synapse when something is learned, because they do it over and over, but they're not bored, they actually learn it. So right brain is literally rewiring their brain. Feeling me? Amen. Hand wiggles. Kim, put your loved one's number in the chat box. If something happens on the road, we need to call somebody, Kim. You're freaking me out. Look at her. Okay, she's driving. All right. I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to go through some stuff today. We're going to write from different characters' perspectives. We're going to do acrostic poems. Hope, Ennio, anyone here, I see a few of you have done this before. This is what I love. There's never a repeat right brain experience, right? Because Hope, you've done an acrostic of your name in the past, but the way you're feeling today is going to be really different from the last time you did a personal name acrostic. You feeling me? We're going to go there. Okay, let me share my screen with all of you. I've become semi-tech savvy in this experience. Can I assume that you are not looking at what I'm looking at? You don't see right brain. You don't see this big image I'm looking at, correct? Heather, do you see what I'm looking at? No. Okay, let me try again. This is how it goes now with, you got to do it twice. Okay, now do you see it? Okay. Does everybody have paper and pencil? This is vital. Or pen. Pencil's ideal. Here's the other thing. You can look it up. We have a ton of research on our website. If you went to it, Valerie's going to put our website in the chat box, but it's rightbrainworld.com. You click research based, you'll see a link. We have a ton of research articles about how differently the brain fires off when we handwrite as opposed to typing. So just know anytime you get your kids handwriting, they're absorbing the information a little bit more than if they're typing in general, right? You feeling me? So we're going to handwrite today. All right. See this circle? Kelly, would you unmute and read to us? Does everyone see the circle? Will you read to us all of the little slices of the pies on this SEL pizza? There you go.
Comprehension, commitment, critical thinking, confidence, communication, connection, character, collaboration, curiosity, compassion, courage, creativity.
Fantastic. How many of you would agree? Convenient, they're all C's. Oh, convenient is the C. How many of you would agree if you look at this holistically, this is whole student development laid onto your academics? Agreed? Yes? So this is our C, we call this our core components wheel. And we created this wheel. I put this together before I even knew what right brain was. And after the wheel was done, and it's before I even knew that there were things called 21st century skills. I was so new to education when I started this company, right? But I want you to look at this wheel. Think about the students you serve. Think about you as a child. Can we agree that if all of this was graded, right? If you had to give your kids a percentage at the end of the year in these areas, and the superintendent, your district, agreed to marry that percentage to their academics, a lot of our kids would not be failing. Are you feeling me? I was, look at what you do. Aren't these are not soft skills anymore. These are the soft skills. These are not soft skills. Kids need everything that's in this wheel to be successful at home with a family, at a job, am I right? And isn't it true? You can have all this going on and not be top of the class. You can have terrible test scores. You can not go to college. And if you have this stuff going on, you can make a pretty decent path for yourself. Is that true? Can we agree? Right? So can everyone pick? Kim, I love that you're pulled over. I hope you have some paper. If not, you're going to use your thumbs. You do. Amazing. Oh, Kim, that's the best. Pick something on the wheel. Don't make it about work. Just this once, okay? Don't make it about work. Make it about you. Let's get personal. Pick a word on this wheel. I'm only going to give you 2 minutes. That's not a lot of time. And you're going to write about this word and what it means to you at this time in your life. So let's say you're dating somebody new and you're realizing after date 2, you're not feeling as confident as you might like to. I want that kind of stuff, not like, compassion. I have lots of compassion for the kids I serve. We get that. Let's go personal. Cool? S+E+L. Thank you for smiling, Marion. God, your smile's insane. 2 minutes. Make it personal. Ready, set, write. And I will give you background writing music. Just 1 minute. Come on, Heather Thomas, you're not done yet. Just 35 seconds. Get a couple more thoughts out. Just 10 more seconds. Hi, Leslie Warner. Okay, wrap up that thought. Awesome. There's your timer. 2 minutes is never, hi, Rachel. 2 minutes is never enough time, okay? But we want to get to a lot of stuff, so I'm just giving you 2 minutes. But you can imagine, I'm giving you this wheel. right? You're going to get it. We have an entire program called Wheelworks based on this wheel. It is an SEL program for all year. Once you have it forever. You want this program if you're looking to bring SEL into your world. Anyone on this webinar today or any other SEL focused webinar we do will get a much better pricing on an already inexpensive program. So you let us know. But I'm giving you this wheel. Imagine you just wrote for 2 minutes on one word. So if we had time, you could do 2 minutes on every word. Is that fair? Personal. Then I could say, let's do 2 minutes, make that connection to your work, to your professional life. Then I could say, make it only about family. Then I could say, so you see, I'm giving you this wheel, go crazy. Find lots of ways to use it with your students. Also, 100% of what we do today is as good for team building PD as for students. Nothing we do today is just for your kids. There's literally no age limit to what we're experiencing today. Hi, Leslie Warner, also in her car. Okay, before I ask Heather Thomas to read what she wrote, Sean, Jasmine, Jane, Rebecca, Sharon, Danny, Lynn, Raul, Shelby, is anyone, Lisa in Santa Cruz, anyone who's willing to show us your faces, even if you just wave and have to go? It's SEL. We'd love to make a social emotional connection to you. Hello, Lisa in Santa Cruz. Yes, girl. Sean Franco, my soccer playing. What are you doing? You're my webinar crush, and then you just don't show up. Hi, Shelby.
I was looking for a virtual background because I don't want to show my background. Sorry about that.
I want everyone here to know that Sean Franco teaches soccer, and he shows up to every one of our webinars so that he can more enrich himself as a soccer coach. Do you love him? That's important. Okay, Heather Thomas, my curly girl, what do you got? What did you pick? Share with us.
Can you hear me?
Hi, Jane, you're gorgeous. Where are the ugly people on today's webinar? Can I ask, everyone look around. Tristan Lloyd, good Lord, you're a supermodel. What is happening? Look at everybody. I love these Zooms. I know we're all a little over Zoom, but I'm super into it right now. Is everyone into this moment as much as I am? I'm having a major happy moment right now. Anybody else? Wiggle your hands if you're happy like me, just to look at each other's faces. I live alone. That might be why some of you are way sick of people. All right, Heather Thomas, what do you got, girl?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
Okay.
we can.
All right, so I chose creativity. Having time to create feeds my soul. Creativity sparks passion, which leads to purpose. And I like to create anything that's related to holistic wellness. So meal plans, workout plans, coloring.
I need a meal plan and a workout plan.
Blogging about SEL actually, and then it goes back to kind of the teacher side of it too.
Yeah,
I won't talk about that.
But that's okay. It's not that you can't. I just wanted to keep it personal for this moment. Tristan, did you write something? Oh, it's so fun to just call on people. By the way, if any of you are still in a distance scenario with your teams or your kids, you wouldn't believe how much more economic it is time-wise, and how much more social emotional participation you'll get if you just call names and you don't ask for volunteers. With everyone, try it. Tristan might not have volunteered, but when I pick her, she just says yes, like 99% of the time. I have never had anyone go, no, sorry, I won't share, right? Go, Tristan, what do you got? What'd you pick?
I read about my connection with my mom over the past year and how it's really improved a lot. This is my first year teaching, so she's always been a teacher, and so that's something that really I've enjoyed over the past year, is just being more connected with her through teaching and education. So that's been a really awesome.
Will you read
year.
exactly what you wrote on the page?
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Over the past year, my connection with my mother has grown exponentially. Sharing the bond of teaching with her has brought us together in many different ways. I now have a profound amount of respect for the woman she is and the success she's had as an educator.
Okay. The reason I wanted her to read it is because when we slow down and we put a pencil to paper or a pen to paper, like she shared with us, but she gave us the truncated, quickie kind of version. Then she wrote it. She used fantastic words. It was more meaningful. She wrote in a more robust way than she spoke. You feeling me? So who else? Sean, did you write? Did you pick something on the wheel, my friend? Or were you searching for a background?
A little of both, but mine was a little. I know we said one word, but I was in between confidence and courage.
Excellent.
Mine was like it's cause okay. Long story short, mine because like straight out of like high school, I went straight to college, and then from that, CAI was my first and only job that I've had my whole life. So mine was having the courage to being able to put myself out there more, and not only that is like me myself is like losing that confidence when let's say I do apply for a job, but they don't call back. So mine was in between the two, like having that courage to be able to push myself more out there, and whether or not I get a call back or not shouldn't determine whether or not my confidence should lower or not. But yeah, that's what I put.
Yes. Hey, everyone, can we throw him some, go do this, throw him some love. Give him some love, Sean, there are people who are way up the degree food chain with lots of numbers and letters, lots of things after their name. They don't get called back either. This is, am I right, everyone? I'm telling you, Jessica Amaro could apply for a job tomorrow. She could send out 100 resumes. She might get 3 responses. Like that's the world we're living in, Sean. So you really don't have to take it personally. The days of I meet you in an elevator, you hand me a paper resume, I call you up, you come for a meeting. Like those days sadly are over, which is why it's just vital that your kids get super prepared for the world we're living in, where all of that is much harder. The job market's much harder. The more skills they have, the better. If they can't write an email, if they can't write a cover letter, I will not interview a single human who doesn't send a cover letter for Right Brain. I won't. 98% of our submissions have no cover letter. Can anyone else relate to that? It's bizarre. So Sean, I love that you said that. Never take it personally. You're just someone, and you're just an email. You know what I mean? Anything you can do, Sean, to separate. Hi, I just want to introduce myself, or you make a video, Sean. If you're emailing, put a little link to a video in there. They'll click it. I want you to meet me. You're getting lots of emails. We can talk. I would love to help you with that, Sean. If you're interested, you find me later. Because you're magic. Anyone would be very lucky to have you in any capacity, Sean, in a professional setting. So you can let that go right now. Right, ladies? And Ennio? You're letting it go, Sean. The mamas are here to tell you. Okay. I want to hear everybody, right? But we can't. So I'm just going to ask Jessica Amaro, because she's in Jersey, and I'm hoping she has a New Jersey accent. This is what I'm hoping for. And if not, maybe you lay it on. You could just pretend, Jessica. You could just pretend for us.
I am so sorry to disappoint you.
She's like, I don't talk like that. All right. Jessica.
Totally Washington Heights. The word I chose was courage. I thought it was interesting that Sean picked that as well. And just having the courage to have uncomfortable but necessary conversations.
Oh my God. Here's what I love. Couldn't we now all shift and do it the rest of the half hour on what she just said? So here's the point about SEL. How many of you do this? You work in after school only. And how many of you are in both, in school and after school? Yeah. SEL, if it's done the right way. Hi, Elizabeth. If it's done the right way. Hi, Jane. Jane brought a friend. When you have a tool like this wheel, for example, which I'm going to give you, when you have images like this, when you have something disguised, you can get away with social emotional learning components without any fear of a parent having a freak out. You know, there's a lot of fear in the school day about talking about certain things. Fair? After school has a little bit more freedom, of course. This wheel, she just said, the courage to talk about uncomfortable things. Okay, so now I could say, I'm a teacher or facilitator. I could say, Jessica, what is one uncomfortable conversation we're all adults, so just share, right? What happens in the webinar stays in the webinar. Tell us something in your life uncomfortable, but you need the courage to go there.
I recently had to have a conversation about race, and how I felt that as a Latina woman, I wasn't getting the equal treatment to certain services. And it was with a colleague who I absolutely love, but it was a necessary, uncomfortable conversation.
I love that. Absolutely. Rachel, do you have one? I know you do, because your head's shaky and thoughtful. Do you have an uncomfortable conversation that ideally you would get a little courage up and have it, but you haven't yet?
Well, in the workplace,
No, personal.
Oh, in the personal?
Anywhere you want.
Well, I was just going to say mine would be very similar to Jessica's, but from a different lens in the workplace. And personal, I have a kid who is graduating high school this week and he needs to find a job. And that is an uncomfortable push.
Well, the fact that you, who look like a high schooler, has a high schooler, I don't know. As soon as we're off, I'm going to put some moisturizer on my face. You look incredible.
I'm sure it's
Rebecca Rozek, tell me something, Rebecca, a conversation that needs to happen in your world, personally or professionally, for which you could use a little bit more courage so you can have it.
Personally, having a conversation with aging parents and what that looks like living far away from family.
Wow. You see what I mean? So someone said something and now we could all go there and we could all take a few minutes and just write about courage and so imagine if you had a classroom full of kids, any age, but certainly your middle schoolers, your high schoolers. What's an uncomfortable conversation you have to have anywhere in your life? Let's write about it. Can you imagine if they did that on your time or your teacher's time or your facilitator's time? Once we write it, once we put it down, a synapse will fire in our brain literally, and we will become more able. Like that is how it works. Are you feeling me? So that's what I want to say. I got to move on, but I don't want to. This is a great jump to the journaling that we're going to do now, right? So before you look at these journal prompts, I want to show you something. Then I'm going to share my screen again. How many of you kept a journal as a child, as a teenager, or now? Anyone journal? Yeah, Jane, 2 hands. So I have a shelf. I journaled my entire life. This is my first journal. Look, it's from when I was 10. Look how it says my journal. And it's Snoopy on the dance floor with Woodstock and some roller skates. This is my handwriting when I was 10. Are you feeling me? Guys, I'm 51. This notebook is 41 years old. Are you feeling me? They know how to make notebooks back in the day. Peanuts theme book, okay? This is my notebook. And every time you did something important in school, or every time you did something nice for other kids in the class, or you got a sticker, some of mine have fallen off, this is my journal. And what would happen is the teacher would give us a topic, then we wrote about the topic, right? Because how could we come up with our own prompts? I am the exact same person today that I was when I was 10, just a slightly more evolved, I hope, version. And here's what I want to tell you. She would give us topics, right? The teacher. Once I dreamed, ... When I watch my favorite TV program, ... right? Whatever. And then she'd stick something in. Divorce. Okay? So it'd be easy. No big deal. And then divorce. And let me tell you what I wrote on December 9th of 1980. This is no joke. This is when my parents got divorced, when I was 10. So I want to say, there's just nothing more important than trying to get your kids to journal. Go find it online, a 75-cent notebook, buy them in bulk. If they can journal on your time, It's game changer. Nobody throws out their journals. And this past year, everything your kids are doing, it's in a cloud. They're typing into a cloud. All their work is in a cloud, right? They need things to hold on to. Right brain is all about tangible. Everything right brain is tangible. There's a reason for that. Please get them journals. We have a journal program. We have an SEL playbook with journal prompts. I'm going to just give you 3 right now. You got to get your kids journaling if you can, okay? I just want to say that. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to read to you what I wrote about divorce when I was 10 after. Pick one of these. Let's see. Kim Albrecht, will you read these 3 journal prompts for us?
Sure. Pick and finish one of these sentences. One thing I like about myself is I really want to learn how to. 5 years from now, I will be.
Okay, I'm giving you 3 minutes, okay?
Oh my gosh.
3 minutes. Pick one. You're going to get this afterwards, so you don't need to write them all down. Pick one. And Jane, whoever you're with, she needs to be writing. What's happening here? Yeah, give her some pencil. Okay, here we go. 3 minutes. Ready, set, write. You need this time so much. So thanks for taking it. Right beyond what first comes to your brain, right? 2 minutes.90 seconds. There's 45 more seconds. Rachel, are you handwriting? Get another sentence down, girl. 35 more seconds. Twenty more seconds. One more thought, Heather. Thomas in deep thought. Get it down. Okay, wrap up your thoughts. Whoops. Perfect. Ennio, it's you, my friend. Ennio Deras. Now, we all recognize you have 3 prompts just here. Obviously, if you see kids or grown-ups writing, you'll say, I see you're all still writing. I'm giving you another 30 seconds. Always add on more time to anything we give you, anything you buy from us, anything we give you for free. Add 30 more seconds on when people are still doing it. It feels like, oh, good. I want more time for writing. Oh, that's good. Does that make sense? We're coming in behind the energy of writing. It's like, oh, the time's up and I'm still doing it. I'm successful. Feel me? For kids. Enio, come closer so everyone here can see your spirit and your sweet face.
Hi.
There he goes. And your sexy hair. We got it, Enio. We got it. Okay, go ahead, my friend.
Okay, so I pick 5 years from now, I will be.
Nice.
So I wrote 5 years from now, I see myself back and retire from the place I come from.
Where's that?
Where El Salvador.
El Salvador. Beautiful.
So yeah, I left my country when I was 15 years old. I've been back maybe a couple of, 5 times, but family still lives there.
Wow.
So I wrote where the weather is divided into, we get the rain and the heat, and where people are nice, they always say, they always wish you well. Where my ancestors come from, where my family still lives. So that's how far I got.
That's beautiful. Oh my
So this
God.
is over at 3, and then I can help you and Alex do snack, like set up snack.
Kim, how cute is Kim? They're getting snack at
She's
Kim's
still
place.
working.
That was awesome. No worries, Kim. Enio, that was so beautiful. Is anyone else feeling that?
Thank
Anyone
you.
else have a home they'd like to return to or visit somewhere? Hand wiggles. That was beautiful, Enio. Thank you for sharing that. And we support that. We all see you back there in 5 years. Right?
Thanks.
Throw him some
Yeah.
love. Okay. Marion, I have to hear you speak with the face and the teeth. You have to share. What did you choose? Jesus, look at her. That spirit, unbelievable.
Thank you, Meredith. I said, I really want to learn how to speak French fluently enough to get by on a trip. I'd also like to be able to watch a movie and have a conversation with my father. I think it would be really cool to see the shock on his face. I'm using Duolingo and I need to set up more timeline goals to encourage my progress.
Beautiful. Your father speaks French?
He does.
I speak French. You ready? Croissant.
Croissant.
Croissant. That's it. That's all you need to know. And a little fromage.
Ooh.
That's it. That's like fromage. Croissant. Okay. Now, just to see if anyone is willing. No, I'm not changing my mind. Jane, you got to unmute. And both of you, because I'm crazy about both of you. I feel like you guys need a YouTube channel. Read what did you pick? Tell us, Jane. Share with us. 3 of you. Amazing. Turn your camera. Read to us.
I picked 5 years from now. I will be living in my own 2-bedroom condo in downtown close to the river. I would like to already have traveled to Europe at this point, specifically Amsterdam, maybe with a child and living my best life.
Very Oprah. That was awesome. Beautiful. I love that. I like maybe with a child. I love that.
Yeah.
We support all that. Now, person next to you, I don't know her name, but she's going to share with us.
I picked, I really want to learn how to.
What do you got?
I want to learn how to scuba dive so I can explore the deep blue sea even more.
You want to learn how to scuba dive? Fantastic. Especially if you live near a river. You could scuba dive in a river. Hi, Sharon Hill. And who's with you, Jane? Who's the third person? Did she write?
This is Lynn.
Come on in. What did you write, sweet woman?
At the last 5 years from now. 5 years from now.
Come closer. We can't hear you, sweet girl. Come closer. Come closer. Go ahead.
Now I will be a wife and a mother, still working in the before and after school program as it is my passion. I might also finish my upgrade on either level 2 or level 3. have a house of my own, and will be driving my dream car.
Nice. Fantastic. Sharon Hill, did you write? If you did, just share with us, then we'll move on. If it were up to me, that's all we would do. We would all read our circles. We would all read our journal prompts. I hate that these are just an hour. What do you got, Sharon Hill?
I wrote 5 years from now, I will be so much closer to retirement. I will be a doctor of leadership education, seeking to work as a consultant for an educational organization. I expect to travel around the country, meeting and learning about the culture of the cities I visit.
Beautiful. Amazing. Well, when you're ready to be a consultant, you got to get your resumes to Paula and Elizabeth, the foundations, right? And to me. Amazing. Okay, so you have these 3 prompts, you're going to get them, right? This is something you want to use with your teams and with your students. You get it. All right, now we're going to write perspectives. Get new paper. Get new paper. New paper, fresh, clean paper. Yes? Okay. Let's see. Mary, will you read this to us, my friend? Yes, Mary. Bring it, girl.
Write a story from your chosen character's perspective. This is called first person perspective.
How many of you would agree that if you stopped 10 students, high school students, and said, what is first person perspective? 9 of them might not know. I mean, is that anyone? I think that's true. This is really important. They will write so much personally and professionally from first person perspective. And we were talking earlier about this world we're living in, right? Everything from a social media post to a college application, to a personal profile, to an essay, to a dating, first person perspective, very important and harder for kids now than ever. Why? Lots of reasons. I would say, and some research would say, that they're so device focused. They can ask a question to the air and the phone will give them the answer. So they've got Siri's perspective. They have YouTube's perspective. Are you feeling me? Are you right? Siri. Hey, Siri. What is love?
As I understand it, love refers to a deep, tender, ineffable feeling of affection and solicitude.
I'll take it. That's Siri's perspective on love. I'll take it. Are you feeling me? Okay, I'm going to show you this image.
Oh gosh.
Who just said, oh gosh? I love that. Who said, oh gosh? Okay, so you're going to look at this picture. Is it big on your screen? Okay, Hope Shepherd, who's been here before, you're going to pick a different character. I want you to pick one character. I'm not going to give you 4 minutes, only 3. Look at all the different characters everywhere. Put yourself, imagine you are that character and write from that character's perspective in this moment, in this time, in this scene. Cool? First person perspective. What your character is feeling and thinking and experiencing right now. Ready? Only 3 minutes. Ready, set, write. Maybe don't go with the most obvious first choice you have. Maybe you do. Keep going. Even if you think you've written all that you have in your head, you haven't. Just look around a little bit more. Just 2 minutes. Fantastic. Under a minute. Under a minute. Jane, your trio is making me so happy. Just 30 more seconds. Write something else, Sean. There's more. Twenty more seconds. Okay, close it up. Fantastic. Okay. All right. Let's go. Someone unmute and just share. I'm going to let you. I'm not even going to pick. Someone just unmute and start sharing. Who wants to read what they wrote? I'm going to pick now. Come on. Hope Shepherd, what do you got? Unmute, sweet Hope. Hope Shepherd. I'm trying. Sharon Hill is already unmuted, so she's going to go first.
All right.
Then you, Hope. What do you got, Sharon? So everyone, we're going to look at the image. And so here's what we're doing. We're increasing our auditory learning. We're increasing our visual learning. We're going to look at the picture. We're making connections. By the way, any of you who serve ELs, there's just nothing better for your English learners than the Right Brain suite of everything. It's designed to be especially scaffolded and supportive. Look at what, as she's talking, notice in the picture. Okay, make connections. Sharon, what do you got? You're muted, but I bet it's good. I bet it's good, girl. Okay, go ahead.
All right, I have, oh dear, these children are, where have they come from? And I wonder, wait, what is that contraction? They seem to be happy, but why are they here? Are we being invaded by Martians? Surely not. They don't look unfriendly. Maybe I should ask if I can be of some assistance. No, wait, the little girl is talking to our chef.
Ah, see, I like that because I thought it was the sheriff until that very moment. Did anyone have that experience? So now I don't know who it is. Oh my, who was it, Sharon?
The lady with the umbrella. With the expression of a.
I love that. I thought it was the sheriff. And then you threw in this little, I love that so much. Also, you read it so well. It's a children's image, a children's book image, and you read it as if to inspire children. So I just want to say on the SEL front, anytime you or your kids is reading to inspire children, a 7-year-old reading or writing to inspire a child younger than they are, this is huge SEL. It's also very healing. It's very good for the heart and the spirit. Can we all agree? Yes? Hope, what do you got? Bring it, Hope. Now you got to read with that, you got to read to inspire the little ones.
The road is crowded, but they don't seem to notice me. Thank goodness. If I can just make it to the train without being spotted. The sheriff's over there. They must be looking for me. Robbing the bank can't be this easy. They have eyes, but they don't see the obvious. Maybe I can sneak and slither past the sheriff by staying on the outskirts of the crowd.
Nice. Okay. Is it the creepy guy at the door with the black hat? Yes?
Yes.
I love that, Hope. I love that so much. Marian, I got to hear what you wrote. I just do. I got to hear what you wrote.
Unmute myself, okay. How exciting. It seems as though my time machine actually worked and I've traveled to the Wild West along with Spike and our dog and the random robot I've been tinkering with. Mr. Sheriff, would you be so kind as to tell me what year this is? He's not responding. In fact, no one is moving. It looks like everyone is frozen in time.
Awesome. Oh, what a good, You know what? Take your pens and pencils. All of you, that was a pencil drop. All of you, that was beautiful. Okay, we're going to the next thing, even though I don't want to. Here's what you should know. Count all the characters here. I'm giving this to you. Your kids, your people, can write from the perspective of each character. Feeling me? You could ask them to write, what is your character feeling right now? Feeling. Then they can write, what is the character thinking? You can have a conversation about the difference between thoughts and feelings. Are you with me? You get it. So you're getting that. We picked an image on purpose that had a lot of characters, right? That was awesome, all of you. Okay, I want to go here. And Paula and Elizabeth and everybody. Paula and Elizabeth already know from Foundations. I've never ended a webinar on time, ever. I just can't get enough of you people. And then you share and it's so inspiring, or, you know, Jessica talks about a deep conversation about race, and then I just can't stick to the script. So all this to say, we're gonna do acrostics, then we'll be done. If you have to leave, you have to leave. You don't need to be here to know how to use what I'm gonna send you because it's written. But if you can stay a little longer, we're very grateful. Marion, just read this for us. You have very good sound where you are. Will you just read? How many of you know? How many of you know don't know what an acrostic poem is until this moment? Anybody? Okay, read it to us, Marion. Hi, McKelvey.
A special type of poem. C, crafted from one favorite word or name. R, running vertically down the page. O, offering a new way to look at a subject. S, sometimes silly, but T, totally fun. I, investigate a new way to write. C, create your own acrostic today.
Awesome. On a clean sheet of paper. Does everyone have a clean sheet? Not a Post-it, but a sheet, even if it's a half sheet. You're going to write your name vertically. And if your name is Mary, maybe you have a middle name or a last name to add to it, right? If you want, or because it's short. But you're going to write your name. I'm going to put Meredith, big letters down the side of a page vertically, all the way on the left. Yes? Let's do that. Cool. And if you have a short name like Kim or Mary, you're just going to write a little bit more per letter. Okay. And then I'm going to give you 3 minutes and you're going to write an acrostic poem. Okay. So the first, you can have each line be individual with a punctuation at the end. You can have you can have every line move into the next one so that your entire name is one big run-on sentence. It's up to you. Personal acrostic. You're going to write about you using the letters of each of your name to start a sentence. Ready? 3 minutes. Sharon down the left side of the page and go. 3 minutes. Marion, if you leave, oh, she's gone. Very sad. Just a little more than a minute. Kelly, finish your acrostic. Just kidding. "25 seconds, that's all." Thank you for staying. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Paula. Just 7 more seconds. So wrap it up. Awesome. Heather, you're first. What do you got? What do you got, Heather? Show us. First of all, before we even do this, can everyone hold up their acrostic poem? Hold it up to the screen. Oh, Jane, on a pad and not a paper. I like it. Okay, hold it up. I love this. Look at that. Amazing. Now, hold up everything you've done from the circle writing to now, everything you've done in the last 50 minutes, all of your paper. You can't, Jane, because you're on a device, but all of you with paper, show it up here. Come on. Look at all that. Guys, look at all of that. Yes! Beautiful. Heather, read to us your acrostic poem, please.
Okay.
I know, aren't I amusing, Heather? Go ahead,
Love you,
girl.
Meredith, you're amazing. Headstrong Heather, easygoing, always learning. Talks to Piper. She's right next to me, my little golden. Hungry, effervescent, and radiant from the Texas sun.
Beautiful. I absolutely love that. Tristan, what do you got? What a great name, Tristan.
T is for Tristan, R is for ripe, only 24 years old, I is for interesting, fuzzy hair and crooked nose, S is for sympathetic, T is for traveling, going new places, A is for asking, I have a hard time asking for help, N is for new, I'm always reading new books.
Beautiful. Does anyone experience Tristan as having a crooked nose? That was really confusing. I don't understand that. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. I want to say I wrote an acrostic poem for Jane. Jane, I wrote an acrostic about you. I don't know you, but here's my guess. Okay, you tell me if I'm right. Jane, jazzed about joining this webinar with her team, always open to innovative approaches for accelerated student and staff education, needs very little encouragement to go all in for kids, excellent at bringing ideas and people together in purpose for a higher plan. Did I get it right?
Yes, you got it right.
Jane? Amazing.
Thank you.
I'm glad. Does anyone, Elizabeth, you didn't do it, did you? You didn't do an acrostic of Elizabeth, did you by any chance?
No.
That's okay. I thought I would ask. So here's what's great, okay? Everything we just did, you will get. So you have it, okay? You can use that wheel 100 different ways. You can use that first person perspective image 100 ways. We gave you 3 journal prompts. You can break those prompts up into different areas of life category, use each one of them 30 different ways. You feeling me? And you'll get this acrostic. You can do a personal name acrostic. You can do who's your favorite character on a TV show acrostic. Do an acrostic of your best friend. Do an acrostic of one of your parents, an acrostic of a sibling. Every time they do an acrostic of anyone else, it's SEL. They're making connections and they're having empathy and are you with me? And especially if they could do it for themselves. If they have 3 names, let them do it. Elizabeth Sierra, let them do an acrostic for their whole name. First name Monday, second name Wednesday, third name Friday. You feeling me? You can do acrostics all the time. Okay. Thank you, Elizabeth and Paula, for letting us go a little longer.
We're always so happy to have you, Meredith. This was another excellent professional learning experience. And that's really what our goal is. So I just want to thank everybody else for taking your time. We know that you're all busy, but we'll be doing these webinars every Wednesday from 3 to 4 Eastern time throughout the course of the year as a follow-up to the Beyond School Hours Conference. Beyond School Hours Conference in February, the 23rd to the 26th, 2022 will be in Orlando, Florida. Please join us. We're going to be in person. In the pool. Yeah. So
can we do
join us?
Let's do PD in the pool. I'm offering this, Elizabeth. PD in the pool. It's a full-on PD in the pool session.
Sounds like a plan.
Will you pitch it?
We'll see what we can do.
All right. Of you, we will respond. We will follow up with an email. You'll get the resources. If you have anything, if there's anything you need for summer, reach out. We got you. If there's anything you need for fall, let's Zoom. Let me show you. But you'll get all this. And if you have any questions about any of it, feel free, you just reach out. I'm Meredith at Right Brain World. And our website, our email address, so that a few of us know you're reaching out so I don't miss it, is eduprogram, EDU program at rightbrainworld.com. Yes?
Awesome. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your week.